Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you my January TBR. Just in order to make it clear, I'm not going to do any buddy read in January because the first two buddy reads which I did in November and December of last year, both of those books did not end up to be so much entertaining for me personally. So I did not want to rush myself and select some book in random and put it as a buddy read. Because it's January. So if a book doesn't work out well, it might set the same mood for the entire year. I don't want to do that to anyone or for myself. So I'm going to give a break for the buddy reads this month. I'm going to try to find some book which is short as well as very interesting. And if I do end up finding something like that, I will include it as a buddy read in my February TBR. Also in January TBR, I've included just 5 books. Of these 5 books, 2 books are the first books to series, and these 2 series are from the 8 series from the series TBR which I did for 2021, and also of the 15 books which I put on my standalone TBR for 2021, I've included 1 book in this one. So I'm very much excited to get into these books. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. If you've been following me on Instagram, you obviously know what my first read for 2021 is going to be, and it is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I unboxed this book and put the image on my Instagram stories. I thought of unboxing the book actually for this video and including it as an unboxing plus TBR, but I had my nephew in my house that day and he wanted to open the book no matter what, so I left him open it, and it was a huge surprise. Okay, I ordered a normal hardcover edition, and what I got was a collector's first edition. Okay, I thought that this print was totally sold out because it was available way back in March 2020 while the book was released, and I thought that I'll not be able to get that ever again. So just out of luck, I got it again, and it's really good. Okay, this actually is the sequel series to the Infernal Devices. If you didn't know, the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices are like 2 of my most favorite series of all the books that I read in 2020, and I'm very glad that I read those 2. This is the sequel to the Infernal Devices, as I said before, and if you didn't know, the climax for the Infernal Devices actually happens after the Mortal Instruments series, that is 130 years into the future. So there are certain things which happen within this one which will impact those 2 series as well. I'm very much interested to get into this. Also, I was a bit doubtful whether I got the actual collector's first edition or it was just a print given like that. So I went online and checked for the differences between the normal hardcover and the collector's first edition. It said that it will have an art print of all the main characters in the front page, and there will be a short story focusing Will and Tessa by the end of the book. Guess what? I did actually get the collector's first edition, and it does have an image here. I know all these characters, okay, because I've read both the Bane Chronicles and Tales from the Shadowhunt Academy. I should say, while I read those short stories from those 2 books, I immediately fell in love with 2 main characters. They are James Herondale and Matthew Fairchild. I don't know why, because they are friends. Okay, that's the main thing, and I just like the dynamic between them. It was really natural to read for me. So I'm very much excited to get into this, and I'm sure that this will be like one of my most important reads when it comes to January. I'm going to prioritize to finish this no matter what. The next one, the TBR, is One Day by David Nichols. I actually tried to start reading this book in December itself, but December was very busy for me, both personally as well as in work. In work, it was a chaotic mess, so it was so busy, and personally also I had to film all those end of the year videos and favorites videos and everything. All of them are in the way. They will be coming pretty soon. Okay, I've uploaded everything. I've just got to schedule them accordingly, but I want to get the TBR first. That's why this is coming in between all the favorites videos and all the end of the year videos and the first videos of 2021. I actually tried reading this one in December. I got through like 15 pages. It was good. Okay, it was really good, and I didn't want to spoil the book by reading it in a faster pace or not enjoying it, or just for the sake of finishing it. So I decided to keep it aside and read it later on. And I thought that while looking at my shelf, why not add it to the TBR and just finish it off, because this has been sitting on my shelf for nearly 2 years now and I've not picked it up at all. I've also heard really good things about this book, especially they say that the climax is very much shocking or different from what the story actually focuses on. It's a romance. Basically, it's an adult romance, but it is not adult romance in terms of any explicit content. It's just the love story that's been explored. It occurs in the then and now timeline, if I'm not wrong, because I read the first chapter. It happened in 1988 or something, and the second chapter was in 2006, so it's obviously a then and now timeline as far as I saw. And I like the usage of English in this one also very well, because it is a blend of both the English that was used in the 80s and 90s and the English that is being used nowadays in the 2000s. I like that blend a lot, so I'm going to try and finish this as quick as I can because I do want to get to this, and also there's a movie adaptation for this one. I'm going to try and watch it if I end up reading this. The next book is a standalone from my 2021 standalone TBR, and it is The Kingdom of Bag by Marie Lu. One of the main reasons why I want to read this is it is one of the favorite books of one of my most favorite booktubers from 2020, so I'm very much pumped to read this one. Also, it is really short, okay? I think it's not even 350 pages long. Yeah, it's not even 350 pages long or 300 pages long if I'm not wrong. And just look at this cover, it's gorgeous. I want to get to this and read it as soon as I can. I bought this for my birthday and I wanted to read this so badly last year itself, but I had to keep it down due to various reasons and various other books, because there are like many old books that are sitting on my shelf for a very long time, so I wanted to finish all them. I think it's good to start a new book in January. Like, I'm not starting Chain of Gold already, so it's just the reason for me to read this one. Also, this is a book that is a combination of 3 different genres, if I'm not wrong. It has some elements of fantasy, little bit, okay, not a lot, a little bit elements of fantasy, and historical fiction, a lot of it. Apart from these two, magical realism is the category into which this book is actually put into. I have not read any magical realism at all, if I'm not wrong. I have read books with supernatural plots going on beside the main plot of the story, but I've not read like any book that is totally focused within the magical realism category or genre itself. This is going to be my first read. Also, I've read only one other book by Marie Lu, which is Batman Nightwalker. I just loved the book a lot because it was excellently paced, the characters were awesome, the writing of Marie Lu was so digestible in every way. I'm expecting all those things from this one. Also, I've heard that this is not that fast paced, it is slow and very much atmospheric. Atmospheric is the only word you need to use in order to make me read a book, and many people use that single word to describe this one, and I'm going to try this in January for sure. The last one in this TBR is actually a carryover from December. Okay, I wanted to read this book in December, but I did not read it because I wanted to start the series in 2021, and it is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. This is an adult grimdark fantasy series. Okay, usually, personally, I like grimdark stories a lot because I don't get to see a lot of bad stuff, which is really awesome about my life. Okay, there are not many bad things happening, and I'm very much grateful for that. I'm not saying that as a complaint in any way, but I do like reading like dark twisted stories. If you've seen my older videos, you would definitely know that dark books are something which I love a lot, and also anything that has something creepy going on with it or something that is gory, I just easily get attracted to it because I'm that kind of a reader, because I like experimenting with different stuff. And this is one series which I've heard really awesome things about. Okay, also finding adult fantasy series that don't cost that much in price, it's really difficult, and this is one of those. And I've heard maximum only good things about this. Only like a very few people have told negative things about it, and all the things that I've heard about it are awesome. Okay, I'll definitely try to review this once I end up reading it. I don't know when I'll review it, okay, if I'll be reviewing it in January or sometime in February, but I'll try my best to read this and review it as well, because this is one thing which I'm very excited to read about. Also, the writing, okay, the type in which the narration is given in this series is something which intrigues me a lot. How the author just balances two totally different things going on and narrates the story. I have read only one other book by Jay Kristoff, but he had co-authored with it with another author. It's Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. It was really good. Okay, I just loved that book, but I've not tried any other of his books ever since. It's been almost over 1.5 years since I read Illuminae, and I'm very much excited to get into this. If I'm not wrong, this writing style will be, very pungent as well as very humorous. I'm going to try and read it and try to enjoy it as much as I can, and I'll try to update in my Instagram, so don't forget to follow me there, because I always try to provide some kind of live update of the books that I'm reading in my Instagram stories. So yeah, this is my last book for January's TBR. Okay guys, that's all for today, and don't forget to let me know your books in January's TBR in the comments below, because I'd like to know them. And if you did enjoy watching the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel, because I publish new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.